Hello, everybody. This is Daniel, and I want to welcome you for joining me today at this Wednesday meeting. Joining me for my presentation on distressed property opportunities in 2021. For many of you that know me, know that I've been in the loan brokering business for a long time, and I also buy and sell real estate. So I get to see a lot of opportunities, right? Because people come to our office looking for loans and looking for money, but I also get to participate in buying and selling. Welcome, 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 everybody. Thank you for joining. I'm going to get started right away. So this webinar is about buying properties in the Chicagoland area in 2021. For those of you that know me, you know that I am a private money lender and I provide financing to a lot of real estate investors over the last 10 years. And also, our company buys and sells properties. And we get to see a lot of deals because sometimes people don't make it that take out loans with us. And sometimes people don't have the money or the credit to qualify. So sometimes they'll assign those deals to us. So we're always looking for opportunities. And if you are somebody that can find good deals and you're looking for an investor that is looking for good deals, we could be that investor. I will tell you up front, we are not looking for major rehab properties. That is not our niche. We don't really want to get involved in that. And we're really in the single family 1 to 4 unit type property or type situation. So let's go to the next phase. So hey Stan, nice to see you. So what we've been doing over the last few years is we've been developing a way to find our own distressed property sellers. And those sellers are typically fall under the guise of they're behind on their mortgage and they're coming up for a sheriff's sale. They're in probate. They're in court with the city of Chicago. But more specifically, they're in tax distress. And in Chicago, Cook County, go to the next slide here. In Cook County, the 2017 delinquent tax list had over 57,000 delinquent properties. That's a lot of properties. That's a lot of opportunities. Now, we also get the list for the surrounding counties. So we get Will, Lake, DuPage, Kane, McHenry, and I believe Winnebago, which is Rockford. And we like to market to those people because sometimes we could offer them loans or sometimes we could buy their properties. And so we market to people that are in distress. And I wanted to show you how come we focus on many times on the tax delinquent properties. If a property owner doesn't pay taxes, the government still wants their money. So after 1 year, if you do not pay your property taxes, they will sell those taxes at the annual tax sale. And they sell those taxes so they can get instant cash in their hands so they can do what the county needs to do, whatever that is, pay the sheriffs, pay the forest preserves, pay the county hospital, all the bills that are associated with the county. And they sell that to these investors and they can earn up to an 18% interest rate. So it's very lucrative for the investors and the county gets their instant gratification. Now, Bob, the property owner, he doesn't get any bill collectors calling him up saying, hey, pay your taxes. Like if he had it's interesting, you could have a $10,000 a year tax bill and nobody's going to call you, but you could have a $100 Capital One account and somebody will be calling you wanting you to make that payment. So nobody calls Bob, the property owner. And so because of that, he'll often not pay for a second year. And so the county sells those again to the same tax buyer. And they do that a third year. And then they do that. Oh, we got some people still coming in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So then they'll do it a third year and a fourth year. And eventually the county has to, this county tax system is set up that the property tax buyers want to get the deed to the property. And they want to get the deed because they've been putting up money for 4 years and Bob has never paid his taxes. So they petition the courts, they get a date set. And when that date happens, that is the last day that Bob could go in and pay the property taxes. And that's what we do. We call Bob before his drop dead date or the last date of redemption. And we ask Bob, do you want to do a deal with us? And we have different solutions that we offer them. And I could go over those later. But if Bob does not pay those taxes on that last date of redemption, he doesn't get kicked out of the property that day or the next day. It takes several months for the county tax buyer to have a judge sign his deed, and then he gets a deed to the property. And the cool thing about that deed is when he gets that deed is it wipes out all other encumbrances, meaning that if the city has a water lien, which city of Chicago always has water bills, or it has a mechanics lien, or it has even a mortgage. I've seen mortgages be wiped out under the same situation. So Bob would lose his property if he doesn't pay on that last date of redemption. But what we do is we contact Bob month before, week before, weeks before, and then even today we just spoke to somebody with a beautiful property in Oak Park who the parents have passed away. One son is living in the property. His sister lives in Dallas, Texas, and then there's a missing sister. They have to pay $75,000 in taxes by tomorrow, or they're going to lose a $300,000 asset. And we were attempting to help them, but they cannot find one of the three heirs, the one missing sister. And without that, we're going to pass without having all three of them sign the affidavits agreeing to what everybody would do in order for us to save them, make a nice commission, and help them retain a lot of their equity or sell the property and get their remaining equity. So this is how the system works in Cook County. And this is what we're going to be talking about. So what we're offering, we have a course to teach you how to do this and to work with us and provide you with training. And with that, we're going to provide you with the best ways to find motivated property owners in Chicago, Cook County, and surrounding counties. I am not doing this nationwide. So if you're from another state, this probably may not be applicable for you. But if you are in the Chicagoland area, which is the majority of my people that are on my list, this would be applicable to you. And hopefully it's something of interest to you and us that we could make some money together. So what we're going to do is we buy lists of delinquent property taxes, and we buy lists of foreclosures going to sheriff's sale. And the reason we buy those lists is because those lists have a expiration date or a date that people have to do something or they lose the property. But what's cool about our list is that we eliminate, bad neighborhoods, low values, industrial properties. We scrape our list. So if we buy a list of 10,000, we only are going to market to maybe 6,000 because 4,000 are in areas, you could run a Zillow map. You can run it through the Zillow map and you can find out what the value is. And there's no reason for us to be working on properties worth $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000. So we pass on those types of deals. But we provide lists that where you must act in the next days to months. We actually start contacting people months ahead of time, but most of our deals come when they're like 1 week away from or 1 day away from losing the property. The list also gets rid of people that have mortgages or big balance mortgages because there's no reason for us to be trying to save a property that has a large mortgage with no equity. So everything that we do must have a minimum of $50,000 in equity and preferably 100. Now that's numbers an arbitrary number. Like I'll give you an example in a few minutes here when we go over the 2021 deals, but those are the rough numbers just to give you some guidelines. So we're basically looking to work only with the most motivated people because they have a drop dead date. So our training provides the list, like I talked about, marketing pieces, strategies. We even skip trace the phone numbers, and we put the phone numbers in the database for you and for us, because we're also calling it. And if you have the money and you're able to find one of these motivated owners, and you have the funds and you know how the know-how and you can do this all yourself, great, good for you, congratulations. I just ask that if you do this without our assistance or money, just take a picture of you and a check and send it to me, because I like to keep track of those things, right? If you're successful, I want to know that people are benefiting from what I'm doing right now. So that's my only ask from you guys. If you need our money, or if you can go out there and knock on some doors or call some people and you get some people that are interested, we have unlimited funding. We have a private lending business that we do for the last 10 years. We provide closing sometimes in literally one day. We don't do that with the rehab customers because they don't necessarily need that. But these tax deals oftentimes require 1 day funding, and we're able to do that. So we also have our attorneys that are at call, because you have to prepare legal documents. And then we have our title company, which is able to do the title sometimes in the same day. I literally got on the phone regarding that Oak Park deal we were just speaking about, because it was in the parents' name. They bought it back in the 70s. So there were no records from 70, no mortgages, no nothing from 70s till now. And I called the title company up, and they told me who the two people were. Then I confirmed it with the son that he was the heir with his two siblings, the one they could find and the one that they couldn't. So we were able to put these deals together literally within 24 hours, including having our inspector go out there. And our inspector runs around 7 days a week. I mean, because sometimes we'll get a call on Saturday and they're going to lose their property on Monday. So we'll get out there sometimes on Sunday and do the inspection. And we have to go in every property, because I once bought a property that was flooded in the basement. So I vowed never to do that again, right? Learned my lesson. So we also have skip tracing tools that we could refer you to. We're actually skip tracing. We call that level 1 skip tracing. That's put in the CRM that we have, but we have access to higher level skip tracing also. So yes, we can. We're looking for motivated people who want to get involved in this lucrative way of investing in real estate. It's interesting. I talk to real estate people from around the country, and they're like, man, it's so hard to find deals. There's so many people out there. Competition is so, and that's true. We have competition in this business, but it's a nice little niche. You only need to do however many deals you need to do per year to make your goals and so forth. For us, it's over 30 that we try to do every year, and that keeps us very busy and very lucrative. And so we are looking for people that can help us build that to go past 30. So if you want to get involved, we can provide lists. We have a CRM. You could log in from your computer or from your cell phone. We'll show you how to market. And marketing is not spending money marketing. It's basically just talking to people, calling people, and trying to find these heirs. We can prepare all the legal documents and help with the sale. And like I said earlier, we could fund quickly. Okay, so let's go over a couple of examples. Well, we had a really nice one. Stan, you heard me talk about this because after the last webinar, I think we had done it the day before. But basically, we found an empty 2-flat on the north side, west side, north. And the two heirs were two children in their 20s and 30s. And the property was just sitting there vacant for years. We got found a sister, talked to the brother, and they were the rightful heirs to the property. They had $30,000 in property taxes. They had $20,000 water bill, so $50,000. We made them an offer of $70,000, so they'd walk away with 10 each. After a little bit of negotiation, it turned out we agreed to $80,000, and they both walked away with 15,000 each. This is a building that's sitting vacant, right? They actually had some what do you call it? People living in there that are not supposed to be in there, and we got them. Luckily, we got them out with not a lot of issues, because sometimes they could, make us have to evict them. But we got them out. We closed the property, and we sold it or signed a contract that day for 115. So that was the most recent deal, our best deal. We also got a property last 2 weeks ago on a Friday, where a lady was losing a property in Gage Park right off of 55th and Western. And she said, "Hey, I'm moving. I haven't got time to talk to you. I'm taking my stuff out." Because she thought that when she loses the property, that the next day that they were going to like come and kick her out. So we said, no, you can still sell the property. You don't have to leave tomorrow. And if you're willing to, we can, set everything up, go down to the title company. And we basically offered the salesman or the consultant in our office offered her $5,000 walking away money. And she got in an Uber the next day. We got her an Uber. She went to the title company and signed, and we agreed to pay her $8,000. We gave her $5,000 that day, and we're giving her another $3,000 when she moves out on this Friday, 2 more days. So that was a deal that we had to put up about $28,000, and we're going to get a dumpster over there and clean it out, and then we're going to put it on the market. Now, I don't know what it will sell for. I think we'll send out an email and shortly. I think it's on Campbell Street, and we'll probably ask 69,000 or something like that. And this was a lady who's basically ready the day that we talked to her to, just walk away from the property. We actually had in our notes that we spoke to her the month before, and she said, "Yeah, I don't need your help. Don't worry, I got this. I'm going to take care of it." And she was not able to take care of it. And this is what you got to follow up with these people all the way till the last day. Now, I haven't done a deal on the same day, because that would probably be pretty damn difficult. If there was a lot of equity, I'm sure I could probably make it happen. But the day before is a lot of work, right? You got to like drop everything to work on these deals. So in the surrounding counties, we've also have access to Lake County, McHenry County, Will County. So we're actually marketing in those counties also. But Chicago or Cook has the largest list every year of people that are delinquent on their taxes. So we end up with more deals, obviously, in Chicago. So let's go over some resources that you could use. And this is what we use. So the Cook County property info is on my screen all day, every day, for my loan business, for my real estate investing business, because I can go in there, type in the address or PIN, and you guys can go in there. I'm not going to go run through these websites right now. And it has the picture of the property. It has the taxes. It has if the taxes are delinquent. It shows some mortgage history. And it has a lot of links that you can click through. The Cook County really has a lot of access to a lot of information that you have access to, which makes it really easy to do this business remotely, like I do. So you don't have to run around like a madman driving all over Cook County and the surrounding counties. You can do this from your desk or your car or wherever you work from. And Cook County Recorder of Deeds, you can click through the first link. Or when I get a property and I'm not sure who the owner is, and I go there and I look at the deeds. They let you see actual documents, deeds, mortgages, releases. Sometimes I could find their attorney's phone number and contact their previous attorney to see if I could get him to call them. I mean, we really have to, the money is in not negotiating with these people. If you can get them on the line, it's easy to negotiate them. The trick is finding them and then getting the right phone number and then following up till they are willing to talk and hopefully do a deal together. So Cook County Clerk Service Delinquent Property Tax Search. Every week that we go in and start looking at these leads, We take the tax ID number and we go inside and type that tax ID number in this third thing that you're seeing here, Cook County Clerk Delinquent Property Tax Search, to see if they've redeemed or not. Now, if they've redeemed, you cross that one out. There's no more work that needs to be done there. But majority of the time, they're not redeemed. I would say, as I was doing this in the last week, I would get 1 redeemed for every 4 not redeemed. And you constantly have to do that. There's no reason to start skip tracing and trying to find somebody if they redeemed on Monday or yesterday. And what's cool is that the county has that really just 1 day behind. So it's almost real time. And that will save you a lot of wasted time if you didn't go do that. We use the Trulia. We actually use Zillow more. I don't know why I got Trulia up there twice, but we use the online services to kind of get an idea of what the property looks like. Sometimes there's inside photos and also a general value. But we also have a private software that we use with Fidelity, and it's kind of like an MLS they give us. So that helps us establish value. And I'm sure you guys have your way of establishing value. Last but not least, one of the resources is that I have more videos where I actually take you to these websites and show you if you want to watch them. They're on my Lone Man 34 channel on YouTube. So this is a list that I just copied out today, and you can see the dates on here in yellow, 4/12, 4/13, and you can see that the addresses. Here's one on Yates. It says 76,000 in estimated spread. Here's one down here on West Oakdale. It says it's a $400,000 spread. Contact has been made, but no, it's not in play. Somebody from my office has touched that deal and called them, but they have nobody negotiating with them. We also have additional addresses. So if they live at one address, if they registered at one address, if the property, they own one address, but they live in another address, you'll get that here in the data also. You can find all this data online, but we've aggregated it into a CRM, so it's all available at your fingertips. Here's what I was talking about earlier. When you go to the Cook County Recorder of Deeds, you just look up the PIN here. And then if you click on List Pendings, which is a foreclosure or a special warranty deed, you could see that this Deutsche Bank Trust transfer title to this name here. And the one on the top is where it says Cook County Treasurer. That's where the tax buyer is trying to get the deed to the property. So if you click on these different links, you can actually see the documents. And if they're 32 pages, you could look at all 32 pages. But this is a great way of figuring out sometime who really owns the property. And then you could do your own title search without calling the title company. Here's the other website that I showed you earlier, Cook County Property Info or Cook County Property Tax Portal. I love this site because it gives you the picture, gives you some ad information up here, gives you an estimated value. And then over here, you see the tax history or the tax delinquencies. And then this column over here has the documents, deeds, and liens. So a lot of data at your fingertips. So that's kind of what I wanted to share with you. So every year at spring, I do this webinar and I try to bring people onto the team that are interested in making some money, helping some property owners save their equity and walk away, with some of their equity or cash. And that's what we're doing now. So if you're interested, you could register for more information. Sorry about this website thing, but I didn't have time to get a custom URL. So write that down and or email me and I'll send you the link, a clickable link. If you're ready to get started with helping yourself and us find delinquent property taxes. Let me know how many hours a day you can work. Let me know if you have any experience or something that you could add to our efforts. And let us know if you have funds to invest. If you have money to invest, then obviously our splits will be different than if I put up 100% of the money. So if you're interested, just email us. I'm going to make this available in a video, and I'll post it so you can watch it again if you want to learn anything. Let's see if we can take any questions right now. Anybody have any questions I could answer? So far, just last month, we did 5 tax deals, and we did one already for this month, one in Glen Ellen, which is a really nice suburb, a north suburb. And the main thing that I'm happy about is that when we approach these people, is that we're not just saying, sell us your property at the lowest price. We have 3 different solutions. Sometimes people qualify for loans. Sometimes people want to sell their property quickly, and we can make them an offer, which will be at a low price. And that's what most of our competitors are doing. They're making them an offer at the low price. But we also have a joint venture model that we do. And once you're a member, and we can teach you about how that joint venture membership works. Once you bring a deal to us, no reason for me to go into it, but it does help us get more deals than before we had the joint venture model. So nobody left any questions.
Yes, Dan.
Go ahead.
Dan, I have a question. All right. So if when we get the list and that lead has been touched, we still can call on that lead, or is it?
Unless it says it's in negotiation, and it's tagged as negotiation, and they say I'm speaking with Bob, the owner, then you don't touch it. But if it says that, oh, I spoke to Bob, he's going to get back to me, and then it's 5 days later, 7 days later, then you can go in there and call them. We have a rule, Stan, that the last 7 days, anybody can call, because I don't want the milk to spoil and nobody touches it. Everybody thinking, oh, I can't touch it. So the last 7 days, it's a free for all. Anybody can go in there, unless it says negotiations,
Okay. And approximately how much does it cost to take a property to deed?
You mean to buy a property?
Well, no, to take it to deed, to take the certificate and get the deed.
Well, we don't do that, right? Because we just go in there and pay the county. So we don't, that's the tax buyer question. Like, what do they pay?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Okay. Because we get it before then.
Yeah, we redeem right at the county. We take a check from the title company to the county, get the receipt, and then the tax buyer gets their 18%.
Sure. Okay. All right. And then, Dan, moving forward, are we going to have like trainings where we go through the list and you kind of tell us the best way to?
We are. So I told you this was going to happen in April. So this is my first impromptu webinar. I have James, who's been with me for 1.5 years now. He's making some videos, and I'll make more videos. And we're going to try to have training like every Wednesday, and it'll be different. It'll be taxes, it'll be loans, it'll be cryptocurrency, it'll be different cash flow methods. But we'll do something and record something every Wednesday. And then on Thursdays, I do the presentation for the Loan Broker Mastery.
Okay.
Question, Daniel. On those taxes that are delinquent, how much time in Illinois do the people have to pay back before you can get it?
Yeah, so the list that, they start out being delinquent 4 years ago, and the taxes are sold 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years. So we only begin contacting them when a redemption date has been set, meaning like a foreclosure sheriff sale. This is the last date. So we get those dates from anywhere from 1 month to 4 months out, right? And so we mail people all the time, right? So we mail them 4 months out, we contact them sometimes even 4 months out. But so many of them wait and procrastinate till the week before or the day before. I mean, literally, probably 50% of our deals are done when there's only 1, 2, or 3 days left.
Wow. Yeah. And that property in Gage Park, is that available?
It will be. Ralph's going to get the keys on Friday, and then we'll post something.
Okay.
But we'll post it to our VIP members first, Stan.
Okay. All right. I understand.
Hey, Vic, what's that logo you got behind you? That's pretty cool.
Thank you. I'm a mortgage broker.
Oh, okay. Well, I've been a mortgage broker for 30 years.
Yeah, I meant to call you. I've been meaning to call you. I took your other class. I'll probably call you offline one of these days. I need to talk to you.
Yeah, no problem. Now I just do hard money, private money, and these tax deals.
Cool. Thank you very much.
All right, guys. Listen, thanks so much for showing up. If you have any questions, just email me. Hopefully, we'll do some deals this year.
All right.
Hey, thanks, Dan. Appreciate it.